right, so now we are on to our final project. We've done our practicing, we've done our planning, and now we're going to begin our final projects. So this is what we're going to be working towards. You're going to get your nice big 12 by 18 paper, and on here, as you can see in the image, I want you to add your spheres. Let's start with that. If you want to add in a cube in there or do all 3 cubes, if you feel more comfortable with that, you can. But try not to do more than 4. I say 3 looks pretty good. Think about size. If you want something to look further back into your drawing, make it smaller. And if you want something to be in that foreground, you want to have it larger. So think about that as you're placing it. Look at your plan sheets that I approved and pick which design option you like the best. And once we do this, I'll have a video where you'll put your placement, and then we'll begin this background design in the video. Okay, we are going to be working on our drawing the circles first. So for drawing our circles, I want you to look at your whole entire paper. I know mine goes off the edges here a little bit, but this is what we're going to do with the circles. You're going to use this compass, kind of like a protractor. It does angles and different things, but each of these little dots here, you can put your pencil in, and then it will draw around and make that size of a circle. So I want you to make 4 maximum of circles. You can do 3 minimum, but 4 maximum. And think about, again, where you want them to be placed. Maybe you want to have a couple in the center here. So if you want to do just ones that are already on here, you can do that. That might be a really tiny one, but that might look unique and different. So if you want to use that stencil there, you can just draw that circle. So there would be 1. But I would like to make a couple bigger ones. So I might move this over here, and I'm going to put my pencil tip into that first little hole, and I am then going to just draw in a circle. So there's another size circle. Now I've got 2, and they're very small. So I want to do a nice large one to kind of off-center that. So maybe here I'm going to draw the larger one. And that's how I can get that one. So now I have 3, and I might want to place, I want to throw it off a little here, and I'm going to put this on my edge. Just kind of make it a little unique and different. And for that one, I actually might use the outside of this stencil to kind of make that nice large one. So you can do that. As you see, I go about halfway, and then I hold it down. And just like when we use a ruler or anything else, make sure you're using pressure so it doesn't move. And there we go. So now I have my circles. I would like you to try that and pause the video and resume once you have completed those 4 circles. Now for the next step, you want to add in, and I will show you our example, you want to add in those lines. So we have obviously a dot in the center, and then you can have these lines almost like an X for your first one. So that's what we're going to be working towards, is doing those X's. So why don't you find the center of your paper, put a little dot there. Even if it's off center, it'll make it unique and different in its own way too. And I'm going to use my ruler. Again, remember when you hold your ruler, you want to hold it using your non-dominant hand. So if you're a lefty, you hold it with your right hand, make that L shape, and you are on that same side drawing as you would be your hand with the pencil. If you're a righty, same thing. You would be holding it this way, and then you'll use the righty. Remember, do not cross. You want to have better control, and I always go from the top down towards you because you have more control when you're drawing towards yourself than you do away. So there's my dot. I find it on my paper. My ruler's not long enough, so I'll slide it up, and I'm just going to start doing my first X. I'm holding the ruler, and I'm going to slide it down because as you'll see here, I have a little bit left of my paper. You want your lines to go all the way to the end, all the way on both. So now I'm going to go back to my X, my dot, sorry, and we're going to make the X shape. So I'm going to start what I have, draw my line. Now you'll see when I pull it up here, there was a little divot in my ruler. That's okay. I can always just go in there and just fix that. So remember, we love our beautiful oopses. Line back up with your line and the ruler and finish that to the end of your paper. Okay? So we've got our first X on here. I want you to do that. Pause the video and then continue. And you'll just keep doing that same process. So now what we're going to do, we've got our first X. Let's do a diagonal line as well, kind of coming off to the side here. So I'm going to start with starting with the dot. Alright, so you want to try your best not to go through the circle. That was my beautiful oops. So I did that just to show you. I'm going to erase my lines, my circle line here. Okay, and the goal is you want to just use your to go past it. Sorry. So here I'm lining up with my ruler, and I have another circle. I'm going to go with that same line, and you know what, I'm going to use this side of my ruler because it doesn't have that little divot. I just wanted to show you in case you had that. So here's my dot. It's equal with this line on the other side. I'm going to go like this. I came to my circle. I stop, go to the end of the circle, go through. Okay, so you can see it looks like it's behind it. So there's that one. Then I'm going to do one over on this side. Okay, go to the end of the corner of my paper. I know I have several on here. Let's see, I want this one just a little off. Okay, so I'm going to draw that. I didn't go through any of my circles. Now I'm going to fix going this way. I'm going to go through that one too. Stop so I don't go through the circle. Draw that one. So as you'll notice, we've got the X going here, and then we have one going on the side that way. Okay?